Hello, guys. Good afternoon to everyone. Today's show is going to be an interesting one. Before I bring our guests, I'm going to say a few things about him. He's a Nigerian international. He was the one that captained Nigeria under 17 team that won the World Cup in, I think, South Korea in 2007. Yes. So let me not talk much. Let me bring our guest. Let me invite our guest. Yeah, let me bring our guests. We are still waiting for Baba himself to join the live. We're still waiting.
Very good.
Yes.
Mm.
Baba himself. Baba himself. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Welcome to Pegasus chat room. You know, Thank you for creating time to talk to us today.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Baba, if we want to start to to talk about your matter long. For those of us, those viewers that don't know who I'm talking to, is a Nigerian international. His full names are Lukman Abdul Karim Haruna. And Lukman Abdul Karim Haruna was the captain of Nigeria under 17 when they won the World Cup in 2007 in South Korea. And he has played in different countries, in France with AS Monaco. He has played in Ukraine, with Dynamo Kiev, Lithuania, Tunisia, Armenia, etc., etc. So, Baba, your profile long, and if we someone they talk, you know the matter. So now you introduce yourself to us. I've introduced yourself. I've introduced you to the people, but you introduce yourself to the viewers.
My name is Haruna Lukman. I want to correct something. That Abdul Karim it's not in my name. Abdul Karim is not in my name because
Okay.
Abdul Karim that I know because we have two Lukman. We have two Lukman. Lukman Abdul Karim. Lukman Haruna.
Okay.
See, there's a mix up somewhere there. That one will take come on that name, come on. You know.
Okay. Okay. No problem. First of all, before we go into this whole thing, you've you played for Nigeria national team, the Super Eagles. You had several caps with Nigeria, and you scored goals too for the Nigerian national team. Can you kindly talk us through your time with the Super Eagles? You know.
Well, it was a good time, you know. For me, I was the youngest player among the big boys, you know. But I still maintain myself. I never rude to any of them, and I'm a very supportive player also. Despite the fact that I'm very young, but I still go to each and everybody's room and like bros, you know, still pay my homage to each and every one of them. So
Mm,
it was a good experience for me, you know, playing with big players. I learned a lot from them. Yeah, I learned a lot from Tai Taiwo. Yeah,
okay.
I always say it's Tai Taiwo, Mikel.
Mm,
Yeah, John, John Chukwudu Taka. Those are people. Two Dixon, you know, one on one. Shitu, Danny Shitu. I still, you know, talk to me. All those people, they used to be word of encouragement, you know.
mm.
Martins, and my big
Obago.
brother, Abagu, Ola. And my big
Baba
brother,
Agbalagba.
I know go like, I learned a lot from them, and you know, I never root to them. As I said, I never root to any of them. I respect each and every one of them. Being that you play in a big team or you don't play in a big team that time, I'm still, you know, honor and respectful to each and every one of them. So it was a good time for me. It was not my best, you know. That memory is me being the youngest, you know, the youngest player among those kind
In the
of,
squad.
you
Mm,
know, the IK brothers moving
mm,
outside, you know. people like Waneri, Chidiodia.
Wow.
I can still
Great,
remember all of them.
great names.
Bros. I say big names. Bros Yak. I been.
The big yak himself.
I say Yusuf Aila.
Hey,
Now my mentor when I come off for my club that time. My
Egbonla.
mentor throughout Yusuf, big brother. I'm not gonna lie. It was a
Wow,
good
that's that.
time. It was a good time for me. Yeah.
Wow, that's so good to hear. Um, you were born in Lagos, right? Okay, and we know how it is in not just Lagos in Nigeria, growing up and you pick football as a career, and we know how our parents can be at that time. Not now that parents take their kids to register in football. I remember those days. We have to sneak to go play football and all. Talk us through all of those period when you started in the street of Lagos. How was it?
You know that a Rome was not built in a day. It takes time, take process. As a black man, coming from a black country, going to a white man's country, man, it's not going to be. Who say it's going to be easy? It's not going to be
Mm,
easy. We know how our country is like, so everybody is looking for greener patch. So at that time, it was so difficult. Football was very tight. Football was like there was no there
no
was no
support.
support. Yeah, there was no support. The only support I get then was from my dad, but it's late now. May so rest in
Mm.
private
May so
peace.
rest in peace. Amen.
Yeah, but the only support I get from was no support. Football was very difficult at that time. It was very hard. Even to go to Europe, you don't get it. It's difficult. By God's grace, if you have that grace, I tell you, only just that grace. If it opens for you, people will think like you are the only you God do the thing for.
Mm.
You know,
Wow.
difficult. I remember like playing on the streets before they would know you from one street, from one place to another. Before they would get to like before they will be hearing you that you are the one that is killing
Baby,
that
I
street.
see.
Like man, football really don't change. Yeah, football don't change. Yeah, people really they are really enjoying watching football. People really now they are spending money on football.
Mm.
You don't get.
Yeah.
Everybody wants my son must play football. He
Yes.
must compulsory. He
So.
must be this. But man, you don't understand what it takes to. Ah, it's not easy. Telling you, not being, not being, not being who I am today. I work for it. Too. Ah,
Obviously.
I became
Obviously.
I became something on my own position.
Yes. We know
Yes,
that. We
I
know that.
mastered that position very very well, and I learn from people. I learn. I'm a very fast learner when it comes to doing some taking free kicks and all that. I learn. I understand how to take free kicks.
Mm. Mm. Wow. That's so good to hear. Um, you your football career was very successful because you started in France with AS Monaco. You from there you moved to Ukraine, Dynamo Kiev. From there you moved to Lithuania, Tunisia, and you ended it up in Armenia. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah,
And coming to the national team, you captained the Golden Eaglets that won the under 17 World Cup in 2017 in South Korea. You also played in the under 20 World Cup and the national team. And You won the Ukrainian Cup in 2002, 2013, 2014 season, the Kazakhstan League Cup in 2016, and Kazakhstan Cup in the same year, 2016. This if we like I I mentioned, or like I started mentioning from the beginning till I just stopped now. That's a whole lot of success, starting from the national team, starting from the under 17s to the national team to club level. You achieved a whole lot of success. It is not easy for a black man to get signed in Europe. You must be doing times 10 of what that white man is doing. And you didn't just play in one club in Europe. You played in multiple clubs and you did excellently well for this club. So how will you manage, how did you manage to do all of this?
Well, first and foremost, you said I played in so many clubs. Accepted, which is there. You know that it's not easy. It's not be everybody. It's not everybody you see in Europe that is playing in Europe that is making a whole lot of money. Mm.
Mm,
Started my career in Monaco. Was like me saying monkey they walk, babu they shop.
I understand that.
You don't get me working for somebody
For
else.
somebody.
You
Mm,
are seeing peanuts. We are seeing peanut at that time. But the peanut is not like it's peanut, or not like it's
mm,
2000. It's something
mm,
at that time. Comparing you coming
to
from Africa, you know how the country is
mm,
like.
mm,
I worked so hard in that country from 75,000 euros. I'm I did a contract, a pre-contract with the manager of AS Monaco. I can call his name, Mark Keller. Probably is the sporting director, or the owner of Strasbourg in French League One. His name
okay.
is Mark Keller. He called me that time because I was receiving 7.5, and I was like, ah. So he now told me, Haruna, come. He called me inside his office and said, Haruna, I will make you a deal because I know your quality. I know what you can offer. I was the one who tell them to sign you.
Mm,
Yes. He said, Aruna, I will make a deal with you. If you play 10 games, I increase your salary.
wow.
And I said, okay. At that time, he was not my coach there. The coach that signed me from 17, he asked me to join the main team. He gave me a professional contract. I don't know
Mm,
his son name, but I know the coach name is Carlos. He's a Brazilian coach then. Yeah, Brazilian man. It was AS Monaco coach then, Carlos. He was the one that saw my quality. Say, okay, I want this player to start with the professional team. I don't want him to be training with the second team anymore. But
mm,
Monaco signed me as from grass to grace. Because
mm.
they believe if I start from the academy, I'll go to the main team. I spent only 2 weeks. Yeah,
Just 2 weeks
just 2 weeks. They saw the quality and they
and
promoted me
straight
to
up
the
to the main team.
straight.
AS
I mean,
Monaco
they make the contract that you're not going to play with the small team. You're training
or
with the
Ganla, but bag balagba.
football. Football don't change, you. Not like
Wow.
football has changed. It's not what we are talking about now. Football has changed. So many people now want their children to play football. So many people now they even children where they just born now they carry ball put for
I
their legs. They
swear.
keep. Anybody who go play football, you go don't know. If you are destined to play football, you will know.
Mm.
If you are not destined to play football, you will not play. Orí máa
Mm.
dá ẹ lọ síbòmíì. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ọ̀rọ̀ football ni.
Otoni now. Otoni.
Abínibí yàtọ̀ sí
True
ability.
talk.
It's true. If you want to play football, you know someone that wants to play football.
Mm.
Yes. Even if you force that child, you force him. He might end up, for instance, David Becker's son. He says he's not playing football anymore. He wants to be doing DJ. See,
Yeah.
Papa go kill him. No kill him. Nah. Papa don't play. He said don't play small. You do another thing. It's true now. So football has changed. Everybody wants everybody to play football. Even me. When I see
Mm-hmm.
some players that like, I want you guys to understand football. Football has changed. Football is not like football now. People don't use power. They use sense.
Yes.
Small,
Yes.
small power with small sense. Football has
Mm.
changed. And I'm sure everybody's watching Premiership. They watch other leagues. They watch They see how football has changed. Back in the days, there's no VAR. Now there's VAR. If you make any wrong tackle,
VAR
red card.
calls the
Yes,
referee. Yeah.
they have to call the referee. So they change. You see the change in football. Football has changed. Man. I would like to.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, my next question is, what inspired you to pursue a career in football? What be that thing, Baba? I will really say, you see, we say, this football, I'll die here.
Well, I would say, my father. Yeah, my father
Wow.
was a ex-footballer. He really tried to play football, but he had an accident.
Mm.
So
So sorry about that.
my father, and second one is my mom. Yeah, my mom. She's a very hardworking woman. Very, very, very hardworking. That I used to call like Yaibu, Iron Lead. Very,
Mm.
very workaholic. She works too much. Like, making sure that we the children, we have better things in life. Yes,
Mm.
someone like to very hardworking woman. That was the woman that gave me that spirit because I saw her one day. I saw her one day and I said to God, God, please just allow me play football.
Mm. Mm. Wow. Wow. That's so nice. Okay. The next question is, during your time when you were still playing, still very active, how do you how do you maintain your physical and mental health during season and off season?
Well, as a professional player, you when you're still active playing, there are things you don't need to do. There are things
Mm.
you know that these things if you do it, it will hurt you. So you don't do all those things. You don't get. While I was active playing, I never smoke. I I never drink much like that.
Baba,
Yeah.
you say the black say they drink now, Baba. Don't mind me, I'm just
life,
joking.
life,
Continue.
life has changed. Who else don't want to drink, bro? Back in my own days, I never smoke. I drink, not even little, because when we go outside, we drink a little bit.
Occasionally.
Occasionally, not like often,
Mm.
like I'm a drunk. I know
Mm.
because I take my football so serious. If I don't take my football so serious, I won't be where I am today. No,
Mm.
so it's so hard to maintain that. So hard to maintain that fame when you are famous.
Mm.
So hard. People see you like it's something you can contain. You can't. You need people that could like help you around, that could support you. Like okay, if you want to go somewhere, they always back you up for good, not for bad.
Nice one. Thank you very much for that answer. What, what was your biggest challenge in your career, and how did you overcome it?
My biggest challenge in my career. That I come to this world. Yeah, I come to this world that I never fulfill what I supposed to fulfill in this world. Playing long as I want in football. Yeah. It pains me a lot that I didn't play football for so many years to come, because I believe that I could, by now in this kind of time, I'll be saying goodbye to football,
Football,
probably maybe international football,
not club
not,
football yet.
not club football yet, because I'll
Hmm.
still be active playing. But internationally, I could like stop and say, okay, yes, let all these ones continue. So it pains me a lot that I'm a player that suffer a lot of injuries, a lot of pains. I go through a lot of pains. So it's really big challenge for me that I'm not able to continue playing football, which I'm praying to God that my legacy will never go astray, because I want my son on my to play football. It will sweet me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could stand by him anywhere and represent him for anything. I don't want him or her to suffer what I suffer in football. Yeah. I suffer a lot from management level. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm. My manager was not he was one of the best agents in Africa. One of the best agents in Africa. But he was so greedy. I would say it like he was a greedy man. A very greedy man.
Monkey they walk, babu they chop.
Yes, he
Just
was
just like
very,
you said
very
earlier.
greedy. He
Hmm.
was a very greedy man.
Wow. Wow. I personally, I watched you when you were playing. The first time I ever saw you play was 2007 at the at during the World Cup in South Korea. You know, before we came on live, there was something we've we've spoken before now, and I said something to you. I said you get all these fair that time, all those paparazzi. You have those good moves. Those you are very creative. I think you are one of the most creative Nigerian midfielder of all time. Yes, you're very creative, and not just creative. You score goals. You score goals a whole lot, and whenever I see you play that time, I compare. It's in my life. I mean, okay, so like I was saying, you know, I watched you play a lot. You are so talented. You're so good. You know, I used to compare you with the likes of Christian Obodo, which I mentioned when we were talking the other day. Christian Obodo, JJ Okocha. You know, but I'm still glad that you were you were you were able to achieve success. So many people they wish they got to your level. Even playing for the Nigerian national team alone, for me, that's an achievement, a great achievement. We I also played football, but we never had such opportunity. Not we starting from the under 17, not talk more of playing for the national team. So for me, I think you've done a great job. You've done a great job, and for me, that's a success. So during your time when you were still playing, you know, how do you handle criticism from fans and media? You know, especially when you're playing for Nigeria. You know how the Nigerian media can can be. You know, especially when you just have maybe one bad game or one game that you're not super impressive, and and media will come at you and all. So how do you handle all of that?
I'm a very I'm a very strong guy.
Hmm.
You know, I'm a very strong guy. I don't allow things to move me, or what you have will move me. So I don't I can accept shit from you, but I don't really. I will not show it to you that I can. Okay, let me just accept that. Then I'll just walk away. You won't see me again in that shit anymore. So I accept so many things because I believe that if we are playing this football, yes, what goes around will always comes around in life, either good or bad. So there are things I don't accept. There are things that I accept. So I accept so many things. That's why I always walk away. You will never see me on that same thing again. You will only hear another thing again. That's me.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Now that takes us to the next question. What advice would you give players? Advice would you give young players aspiring to reach professional level like you?
That's why I say that. I pray in life that my son or my my
Daughter.
my daughter play football, achieve something in football. Because the sufferness I suffered in football in terms of managing level affected me. So I don't want that kind of thing to happen to my son or daughter. You know. So they should just be careful. They should be careful, and they should always be attentive. They should listen.
Mm,
Always listen to the ones that you always listen to, either your brother or your best friend that always tell you
the
the better
right
thing,
thing.
the right thing. Always compare your family or friend, any of them. The one that is very, very important. The one that always talk to you about good things. That always want to hear good things about you. Those are the ones that you always listen to, and always be decisive. Just
Mm,
decide. Believe in yourself that I can do it. As long as this football is concerned, believe
mm,
in yourself. I will do it, and I will play it.
mm, mm,
Be determined about it. To be football in Magba. Always believe in yourself. So nobody go play pass me for that position where I
mm,
did. And I mean go
mm.
sabi and play.
Believe in yourself. Wow. Wow. I like that. I like that. So, um, thank you very much. That takes us to the next question. Who was your biggest mentor in football? Who was your biggest mentor while you were still playing? Could be that person where you see, say this person, no more. I like this guy. I like the way he plays, and all.
Yeah,
Who's that person?
I won't like for me, right from the one, I always believe in myself that I'm a good midfielder. Yeah, I never watch anyone like I choose one person like this person is my
A role model or something.
role model or something like. But apart from that, Mikel.
John Mikel Obi.
Yeah, was a guy that I always admire a lot. So humble and respectful for me.
Mm.
Very humble. Always, you know, I lost his contact. Papilo,
Kanu Wankwo,
yeah,
the legend himself.
he was my daddy. He was a very, very good mentor. Also, talk to me. Tai Taiwo, we played together one season at Dynamo Kiev, and
Yes, yes,
we
yes. I
always
remember.
we talked a lot. Talk. Yusuf Aila also.
Okay, you've while you were trying to explain all of this about your mentor and all, you mentioned a lot of great names. The likes of Kanu Wankwo, John Mikel Obi, Tai Taiwo, Yusuf Ayila, and you also mentioned Musofo at one time. You played among all these greats, you know, and you also played against some great players like the likes of Lionel Messi, Tevez, Marco Verratti, etc., etc. A whole lot of them, you know. For me, I always say Messi is the greatest of all time, my opinion. So what was it like when you played against Lionel Messi, the greatest?
Messi, Messi. Well, for me, Messi is exceptional.
Mm,
Yes, it's among the exceptional ones, more than exceptional.
mm,
I would say more than, because his own pattern of playing is very different from every one of us. So he's more than exceptional.
mm.
Playing against him is a very hard something,
Very
because you
difficult,
have to be
right?
fast. Very difficult. You have to be fast. Messi is a very fast player, you know.
Good talk.
So he's a very fast player. That's why. So you need to be fast. You need to be quick with him, because he does. Messi don't have that leg over, or he wants to.
All those skills to
Yeah, all
do step
those things.
over, to do
Messi
he
is a body.
dribbles he
No,
dribbles
Messi is
without.
a body swabbing,
Yes.
footballer. He will swab you if your waist is not strong enough. Bro,
And
you will break. He will swab, come back like this. It's so hard, that guy. And if that guy take you on, if he move you, come on, you don't finish. It's finished. So you need to be
there's one
very strong. It's so hard.
yeah, thank you. There's one thing everybody keeps saying, that when Messi catches you 1v1, one versus one, that player is dead. How true is that?
I don't understand. Can you come again?
Okay. Everybody keeps saying something. They say when Messi catches you 1-on-1, like 1v1 situation, just
Mm.
you against Messi on the field of play, say that player is dead.
Okay, like if I said that if Messi catch me 1-on-1.
Yes, like when Messi faces a player 1-on-1, there is no help
Yes.
from anywhere. Like just Messi against the best. Like Messi is
He's dead.
attacking now,
The
and the
guy
defender is coming.
the guy is dead already now. Why? Why? What are you? Bro, what are you saying now? Even the best defenders, they all collect. So why Messi? Don't joke with that guy.
Wow,
I'm telling you, don't joke with him. 1-on-1, you are dead. Because he will swap
wow,
you, go right, go left. You don't know where are you going again. You'll be confused.
wow, wow. Okay, thank you very much. We have two more questions to go, then we are going to wrap uh, this up. The next question is, what do you enjoy doing aside football now that you've retired? I know maybe once in a while you still go play football, but what do you like doing aside football now?
Well, I won't lie to you. Well, I do like helping the society, which whereby if I see a very good player that I know, okay, this is going to be a product. Well, why not? I go help him. You know, I go help him. At least
Wow.
it's going to be something. So I go help him. Aside from that, I also manage few of my guys that play music also. You know,
Okay.
Light of Jetro. You know, so
Okay.
I'm an entertainer. You know, sometimes that's just me.
Wow. Okay. Lastly, before we go, any words of encouragement for Pegasus Football Academy? Words of encouragement for the kids, the parents, coaches, the management, and all. Any words of encouragement?
Uh, Pegasus Football Academy. Have you?
Pegasus, yeah, Pegasus.
Pegasus Football Academy. Please listen to me very well. Listen to your coaches. Coaches, listen to your players. Sometimes when they want to tell you something, don't be harsh on players. You can harsh on them back in their own day. They are harsh. They always their eyes is shook every time. But now life don't change. Life has changed. So don't be harsh to your players. Coaches, don't be harsh to your players. Most of the time, be truthful. Be honest with them. Tell them the truth. Let them know, bro. You are not good. You are not good. There's no way There's no way in life. You always know some players they are not equal to the task. You know. Please listen to your coaches and be a good boy. Be determined, be respectful, be humble. Definitely you will get to where you want to get in life.
Wow.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nigerian
You're welcome.
international Haruna Lukman.
You're
Baba,
welcome.
thank you for creating time to talk to us. I know how busy you are. You know, thank you for creating time out of your busy schedule to talk to us.
Thank you.
And we are looking forward to bring you to the academy when you are back to Nigeria.
Okay.
So we'll be so happy to have you in the academy. So you talk to the kids and, give them some, some OT and some words of encouragement and all. Well,
No
thank you so much for
problem.
your time.
No problem.
We appreciate you. Respect, boss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Signing out. Bye.
Bye.